Debate and send Nevada National Guard troops to the border?
No. There's a finite amount of money. I was actually a military officer in the Nevada National Guard, and there's a finite amount of money associated with the deployment of your local state guard. And if you deploy them to the border, that money would dry up quickly, and it would prevent them from responding to any crisis associated within the borders of our state. What we need to do is force the hand of the federal government. Obviously, immigration is a federal issue. We need to support within the state the removal of individuals who have committed crimes and present them to ICE accordingly. I support legal immigration. I do not support illegal immigration. And I am the only one standing up here at this podium that has removed anybody who has committed crimes associated with and being undocumented illegal within the state of Nevada.
Thank you, Mr. Lombardo. Mr. Gilbert, same question to you. Would you deploy troops to the southern border?
Absolutely, without a doubt, I would deploy the troops. But unfortunately, Sheriff Lombardo, we refer to him among us as Sanctuary Joe for a reason. The Department of Justice Inspector General's report 2016 had Clark County as one of the worst sanctuary counties in the nation. On May 31st, 2016, it was labeled one of 10 jurisdictions that was found in violation of federal law for not turning over illegal immigrants to ICE. Now Nevada has the highest illegal immigrant population per capita in the nation, 223,000. We all know it's much higher than that. That's a direct, effect from not enforcing the law, and that took place right here. Since 2014, things have just been out of control with regards to Sanctuary City. It's exploded the crime rate by 500%. So we have to do something. If we don't send, help down to the border, it's going to continue to affect us in a negative way. We can't sustain it. What's going on here right now? So we absolutely must do something, and I would send our guard down there.
Thank you, Mr. Gilbert. Mr. Lombardo, you were invoked there for a minute. 30 seconds to reply. Is Las Vegas a sanctuary city?
No. Sanctuary determination comes out of the state legislature, and our legislature has not identified or labeled any jurisdiction within the state of Nevada as sanctuary. The removal of undocumented felonious immigrants is done within the local sheriff's jurisdiction and ability, and within southern Nevada I do that on a regular basis, more so than any other county in the state of Nevada, and it's incumbent upon the resources available via ICE and their ability to take those individuals into custody and remove them. And the 500%, that is a fictitious number that Mr. Gilbert presented.
Thank you, Mr. Lombardo. Mr. Heller, you have 60 seconds to answer the full question. Would you send Nevada National Guard troops to the border?
I would, but let's be clear. Joe's not telling the truth here. What happened was he made Southern Nevada a sanctuary city. If you want to live in a dangerous neighborhood, live in a sanctuary city, and that's what this guy caused. You don't have to have the legislature deem us a sanctuary city. What you do is you have a sheriff like this guy that kicks ICE out of Metro. And not only does he do that, he practices catch and release. And those illegal immigrants that committed crimes, he's putting back on the street. This is the problem that we have here in Southern Nevada. This guy needs to tell the truth and actually own up to it. We have a 50% increase in homicides. We have a 45% increase in violent crimes here in Clark County, all because of this guy deciding that he wanted Southern Nevada to be a sanctuary city. And this has to stop because it's affecting everywhere else in the state. Northern Nevada, Washoe, Elko, Winnemucca. Elko now has drugs and gangs because this guy is bringing these illegal immigrants into this state and spreading them across the state.
Thank you, Mr. Heller. Again, Mr. Lombardo, you've been attacked. The crime statistics, are they related to the immigration issue?
Absolutely not. You can't draw a line to the immigration issue at all in the crime statistics. And as far as the homicide rate, we are currently down 3% in totality in homicide. If you look at the adjoining jurisdictions, North Las Vegas and Henderson, you can't say that. And I have not kicked ICE out of our jail, in our system. We present individuals from the jail to ICE. ICE makes the determination whether they take them. What we did do is we got sued by the ACLU and we lost the use of the federal database to identify these individuals, and as a result we email them and we make phone calls. There is no change in the procedure. The national picture has lackened the resources associated for removal.
Thank you, Mr. Lombardo. We'll have more time later in the debate, but our next question is Denise.
Mr. Lee, we're going to get to you in just a moment. Gentlemen, we're moving on to the individual questions now, and then we'll come back during your closing remarks. You can go ahead and come back to that.
Inspector General's report's available on my website, Gilbert.
All right, Mr. Gilbert, thank you. So now moving on to each candidate's